It's been 2 years in the making since last full season didn't happen, and really for you, it's been getting to this point for a long time. What's going through your head qualifying for the first NCAA championships berth in 29 years?
Just straight happiness and just pride and just truly just happiness and relief. That, I don't know, just relief that I knew they were capable of doing it, and it's so great to see them execute and do it, and seeing them believing too. It's just awesome.
You talked yesterday about playing in the moment, staying in the moment. I mean, it was going into the day, it was tight. It got tighter as the day went on. I know you guys trying not to check, but at one point you guys 3 birdies in the 5-minute stretch. They answered the call. Can you talk about how they just, when the moment was there, they really came through?
So overall in the round, I think we started off pretty solid, right? And I mean, Laney's 3-wood on 4 was just so good, and she made that eagle putt, and I knew that was going to build some momentum. And then I knew at some point that we would kind of stumble a little bit, because that always happens in golf. And I told Brian, I said, we're just going to see how they respond when that happens. And they do what they always do. When things get tough, they get tougher, and that's what I just told them too. And so we knew, like 14, we struggled kind of with 13, and so I knew 12 was going to be big, right? And I think we had a couple birdies there, and then 13 came and we got through it sort of, and then 14 we hit some really good shots. So, and then I knew 15 was key too, because the tee shot, and we had all 5 really good tee shots, so I felt really good about that. And then I knew Brian had 16 under control, and 17 and 18 are fairly straightforward. So I try to just be calm for them, and I knew that they were nervous, but I never doubted them. Like, I knew that whatever was going to happen, and they found a way.
You talk about trying to stay calm and them staying calm, and usually you're not looking at the scores. You know, you mentioned your heart rate being really high. I mean, what's going through your head those last few holes when you know it's coming down to that as a coach?
Stress. Stress is going through. My heart rate truly was very high. My chest was pounding, and so I was just breathing, right? Like, I might have been more nervous at times than they were. That's just how I am. That's how I was when I played, and I just knew that if they could stick individually to their process, and if they could stay committed, that we were going to be okay. And they did that, and so I'm just unbelievably proud. And I don't know, there's not a lot of other words that I can use except those. I mean, they did this. They took ownership. This is what they wanted to do when we started the season. We talk about wanting to win a national championship, and to do that, you got to get through regionals first. And they really weren't stressed this week. I think SEC's was more stressful. So to see them come through here and handle this as well as they did, handle the nerves, handle some of the anxiety, and execute, it's just huge. They're capable of so much.
And then, you know, you talked about, you know, glass ceilings. I mean, it's you've been building towards this moment. You came really close in 2015. What does it do? Obviously, you have bigger goals ahead next week. I mean, you're not done, but what does it do in terms of the program now that you've made it to that sort of benchmark stand?
That's part of our vision for our program, is we want to break glass ceilings, and we shattered one today, and I'm pumped about that. It's just part of the process of what we're trying to build. We want to be a national championship contender. That's what we want to do. We want to win conference championships, and again, the first step is to get through regionals. And any coach will tell you that this is harder than the national championship, because there's just so much pressure to get in those top 6 spots. So this builds really great momentum for us. Again, this group is such a great team, and it's not just the 5 that are here, it's all 9 of them, and they come together and they fight really hard, and they work hard at practice, and they push each other, and it's another building block, right? It's another building block, and it's very exciting.